good shit on the screen.
Oh, hello! So yes, I'm making a little snack, yes, pot noodle, breakfast of champions. Yeah, I needed that sleep. I had a couple of hours sleep on this beautiful place. I've got another fellow camper here. Haven't spoken to them, but might do later. Yeah, there's another one there, not Volkswagen, but well, still camping. So yeah, I feel a lot better, more refreshed. Done 10,000 steps today, so it's a third of what I'd done yesterday. Yesterday was a lot, 30,000 nearly. No wonder I'm knackered and feeling it. But yeah, so basically I remembered what I was going to say on the last video I put up, which was basically when I was standing on that bunker, I was chatting to a young lad that was about 19, maybe 17, and his father. They'd just driven 9 hours from Berlin to get here, and it was just amazing. Like two different cultures, two different countries coming together, united in a common goal, and that's to travel, learn the history, good or the bad. I mean, it must be hard as a German coming to the French country where they obviously occupied it, and to be fair, like that country has been ridiculed ever since. People hate the Germans, so to speak. But the reality of the situation is, we were there, we were laughing, we were chatting. The young lad took my photo, and like we were just talking about life. And he was only a young boy, and he was very clued up on everything. And you sort of think, well, it's an amazing thing to see that these three countries are now on talking terms. We're allowed to go where we want, and it's humbling to know that 80 years ago we were trying to kill each other. Today we're here, we're exploring, we're finding ourselves as people, as a nation, I suppose. And it was just beautiful. There's so much hate in the world, there's so much anger, there's so much negativity, but that's just bollocks. It's in the news, just stuff that... It's just stuff. Like, it's not life, and we're not living it properly, and we get consumed by everything that's in our surroundings and on the media and stuff, and it's just rubbish, absolute rubbish. And it brought me to a story, like it's a famous film where the Germans and the Allies, us, English, were in the trenches trying to kill each other, and over Christmas they had a little treaty, and they come to each other, they drank, they had food, obviously missing home, missing their loved ones, terrified of what's actually happening. But they were singing, they were laughing, they were exchanging like information, and then it was sad because once the Christmas period had gone and the ceasefire resumed, these men, these children, these lads had to kill each other again. And when you actually think about that, actually really, really think about that, you're being told by your governments, you're being told by these arseholes that are making decisions that, these people are evil, these people are like monsters, you have to kill them. And the reality is, the people that are actually doing the killing, the people actually doing the fighting, they're not monsters, they're just people like me and you that have been dragged into it. Yeah, I'm not condoning the Germans for what they did. I mean, that's another argument. I mean, at the end of the day, like, there were psychopaths. There's psychopaths on our side, but at the end of the day, they're just doing what they thought was right. And then when you look at the English history, for example, like the Christian Crusades, the British Empire, we raped, pillaged, and murdered half the planet, and we've created so many more Independence Days around the world than any other country has ever done. Like, when you look at it, we are part of the problem. Like Palestine at the moment, I'm not going to get into it, but we've caused problems, and as well as everybody else, and nobody knows the details. Nobody's really like understanding why they got to that situation, why we got to that situation. You think, like, after the First World War, the Treaty of Versailles, like, the German people were forced basically into a position of economic destruction. You'd go to the shop and like what would cost 10 Deutschmarks to buy a loaf of bread was now 15. You were buggered. Like, the country was gone into a recession, and they've seen an opportunity, and what did we do in India? Like, we literally destroyed it. We turned the Muslim population and the, like, say for example, I'm not very good on remembering things like this, but I think it's the Pakistans and the Indians. We drew a wedge between those two cultures, and they hate each other to this day. That's because of us. We took what we wanted and we left. Africa, we did exactly the same thing. We went there, we took what we wanted, we left. And when you look around you, I mean, look at this. Like, they say, oh, that's my country, we own that land. No one owns this. This is just like, I'm not a religious person, but if you're a religious person, like, God created this. But in my mind, like, this happened, like, you know, stars got together, the planets was formed. We're all here per chance, and we're all here as equals when we're born. Like, you're not born with hate, you're not born as a horrible person. Life makes you that person because of your experiences, and sometimes you just can't get over those experiences, and it makes you that way. And for me, for example, well, I've not been the best person I could be in the last 40 years. I was bullied when I was younger in school. I kind of got round that. I've become a little bit of a bully myself in certain situations. I didn't forgive myself, I didn't forgive them. And you lose perspective, you lose, like, what makes you you. And that's what this trip is about. It's the self-discovery, trying to work out my things that are going on in my head. And that's why I have panic attacks. That's why I suffer from anxiety and depression. I let everything get to me, and I can't let it go. I can't breathe. And for the first time in my life, I am breathing. I'm opening in my eyes. I am seeing. I am listening. It's amazing. It really is amazing. And you can do it. If you're anxious, you're depressed, push yourself out of that comfort zone. Switch your phones off. Get rid of that negativity. Like, even Facebook now, you can't see posts without people being horrible to each other and ripping into each other. And it's just nasty comments all the time. And 10 years ago, I'd be jumping on that bandwagon myself, like taking the mick out of people for, like, their beliefs, or taking the mick out of people for their stupidity. And you just think, well, who are you to judge these people? Like, you're not perfect, you've made mistakes. And I suppose that's come with age, wisdom, and, like, understanding things. I suppose the message today is be kind, love yourself, love the people in your life and the people that surround you, and fill your life with people that you trust, that you love, that you can have common goals with. Just enjoy it, man. It's a one-time show, baby, as Sparks would always say, and live it, because you don't know how long you got, and you don't know what's coming tomorrow. Enjoy the moment. Block out the noise. Turn the bloody telly off. Don't listen to the news. Just live, because everything else is just stuff. See you later.